Are you Sam?
No, my name is Tyrone. Sam's that guy.
Tis we! I've arrived at the world-famous Museum of Mostly Natural History. And look, a cute little animatronic monkey!
Mahila the skunk ape. I've successfully neutralized the one known as Sam.
Yes? Describe him.
Pink, hairless, difficult to place accent.
That's not Sam, you fool! Now don't bother me again until you find Sam.
Apparently that wasn't Sam.
Oh well, happy hunting.
Thank you, Tyrone.
Museum of Mostly Natural History guided tour. Ah, an audio guide that attempts to make sense of the nonsensical museum displays. I should tape one of these for our office. It's too bad Max's mighty psychic brain isn't here. There's all sorts of new phone numbers on this courtesy phone. Tapestry of Yog-Sothoth, Overfiend of the Dank Dimensions, on loan from the East Village chapter of the Knights of Yog-Sothoth. He doesn't look so tough.
Behold, the dread wonder of Yog-Sothoth, Overfiend of the Dark Dimension.
Yeah, I'm glad my great-grandpa stopped that trans-dimensional beauty from manifesting in the East Side. Hey, it's a moai head. How's it hanging, big guy? Fine, be that way. How'd you get here from Easter Island, buddy? He's probably sleeping off a basalt binge. Inexplicable object of unknown provenance. Neolithic mustache clippers? Byzantine belly button waxer? Ming Dynasty mushroom mincer? Etruscan uvula extractor? Carolingian ferret forceps? Inexplicable object of Coming soon, a brief history of bad ideas in transportation. I hope Max's brain and body are reunited by the time this exhibit opens. He loves tooling around in comically unviable vehicles. Good thing Max isn't here. Edutainment sends him into an atavistic rage. Although the Hindenburg met its fiery demise in 1937, its sister ship, the Aeroschwein, is still in operation today and was a stunt double in the 1968 musical Let's All Go for a Ride in My Beautiful Balloon. So that's where that song came from. It's too bad Max's mighty psychic brain isn't here. There's all sorts of new phone numbers on this courtesy phone. I could learn a lot from this if I wasn't so offended by the choice of fonts. It's too bad Max's mighty psych... Ah, the Sphinx. I can almost smell it. Seriously, it smells like aspen here. Ooh, pointy and dangerous. Two of my favorite things. Max would love to get his hands on this doohickey. Too bad he doesn't have any hands right now. Ancient Egyptian brain screw. The engravings on this particular brain screw indicate that it was reserved for pharaohs, viziers, or other high-ranking muckety-mucks. Muckety-mucks? The museum's copywriter must have thought no one would read that far. Hey, it's me. Give or take 4,000 years and a decent tailor. If you're going to putrefy and decompose, might as well do it in style. I had no idea ancient Egypt was so madcap. The seven-sided pyramid of Hikaba was the crowning glory of Kestimpum the Tiny until it collapsed under its staggering weight and unorthodox design. Normally, the code of the freelance policeman frowns on stealing ancient brains, but desperate times call for icky measures. Ew, it's warm and pulsing and wriggly. I don't know whether to be repulsed or use it as a neck massager. Maybe this carefully preserved gray matter will get Max's body moving, or at least twitching and drooling unnervingly. Hello? Anybody in there?
Torment of Osiris will be laid upon your feet, heretics! The wrath of Anubis!
Nah, but I get that a lot. I'm Sam.
Oh my! A new body! And it's so energetic!
That's probably one of Max's sugar rushes. You'll just want to ride him out until you get used to him.
Well, I suppose you want some sort of tedious boon in return for rescuing our spirit from the shadowy realms, yes?
Well, if it's not too much trouble, Your Majesty, I could use some help retrieving Max's brain from a couple of world-conquering Nimrods.
I believe we can aid you in your quest, but where will my brain go after we've restored this Max?
Well, if everything goes as planned, I suppose you can take your pick between an ethnic sorcerer and a superpowered space gorilla.
A gorilla? That does sound promising. Very well, we shall grant your boon. It shouldn't be too much trouble with all these toys of the gods secreted in this fuzzy little body.
Toys of the gods? Do you have the gift?
Is that what they're calling it these days? My people always called it the Curse of Horus. Ungrateful wretches.
Neat. If you've got creepy brain powers, this rescue's gonna be a walk in the park. Ready to roll?
Lead on, barbarian.
Toxicodendron paleness, a prehistoric and virulent form of poison ivy, was 7 times as irritating as its modern counterpart. Primitive life forms were often driven into fits of howling, scratching rage by the merest sampling of T. paleness's secretions.
We have encountered plants like these before. Their smoke produces powerful paranoid delusions and a rapacious hunger. At least that's what I've been told.
Dude. The Osmunda Kincadium, aka the boring fern, possessed no interesting qualities whatsoever.
That looks a little like the ferns our servants use to clean our teeth.
Your Highness?
Yes?
How'd a kid like you get to become Pharaoh? Did your daddy Pharaoh die when you were young?
Oh no, our dad was a sandal maker. We became Pharaoh after we stumbled upon the toys of the gods while stealing coins from a tomb. The toys awakened latent abilities within us, granting us the power to cast the royal family into the Nile and reshape the entire kingdom in our now divine image.
Now there's a heartwarming rags to riches story. If the toys made you so powerful, how'd you end up as a pickled brain in a jar?
During our reign, there were always a few troublemakers who, impervious to our divine powers, rebelled against our benevolent but firm dictates. We suspect one of them finally snuck past our defenses.
Hold any grudges?
Sam, that's all in the past. Even if we did hold an eternal grudge against the mystery assassins who deposed us all those centuries ago, it's not as if we can do anything about it now, right?
Right. So, Your Highness, you impressed by the 21st century yet?
Oh, most definitely. Though we do feel a bit out of our element.
Don't worry. Once we teach you a few crude gestures and get rid of the whole talking in the plural thing, you'll fit right in. After all this is over, we'll all head to Broadway and take in a show.
Oh, bread and circuses! Are there gladiator fights?
Actually, it's mostly a bunch of people dressed up as cats singing about wanting to break loose, and then a chandelier falls on them. How'd your brain stay alive all these years, anyway?
Before our death, we left strict instructions with our viziers to pickle our brain in a special solution of crocodile tears and ground ibis beaks.
And that kept your brain alive?
Don't be ridiculous. It was our special gift that kept our brain alive. Duh.
I've got to find a way past Cosmic Gorilla Guy and Dr. Strange accent.
Early in our reign, we found out that a minor vizier and a captain of the guard were conspiring against us. We could have wiped them out with a thought, but it amused us to turn them against each other instead.
Let's roll.
Aha! We shall roll like a wheel, yes?
You sure know your obscure cultural references, Your Majesty.
Roll! Roll onward!
Canis erectus. This freakish tooth, dating from the late Phomerean era, is thought to represent an evolutionary dead end of heavyset man-dog hybrids.
Oh, Anubis will not be happy with this insult to his girth.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, I see you got your pal up and about.
Kneel before your pharaoh, peasant.
He's still a little punchy. What's with all the apes running around?
Beats me. Mr. Paperweight told me to steer clear of them, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Your lack of independent thought pleases us.
Right back at you, little guy.
I think you should apologize for threatening to incinerate my obviously alive buddy here.
No offense, pal. I was just following orders.
Ooh, we love it when servants say that. Your loyalty is commendable, serf.
See you, Sal.
Be careful out there, Sam. This place is cuckoo tonight.
Hey, Your Majesty, check out these spiffy phone numbers.
Phone numbers? Ah, hieroglyphics to activate the translocation toy. We always wondered how that device worked.
It probably would have helped if the ancient astronauts who taught you how to build pyramids had left behind a few telephones. Say, one of those phone numbers is brand new. Too bad these things don't get outside lines. I could really go for some all-night alugabi right now.
Ah, the arrow of power. But where is the disc of madness? Or the orb of unending bounciness?
We haven't found them yet, but here, take a gander at this.
Ah, the wondrous essence thief! How well I remember disguising myself as a palm frond to observe the forbidden rituals at the Temple of Adolescence.
You tyrannical scamp. Too bad these things don't get out. It's still got that old brain smell. The seven-sided pyramid of Hikabah was the crowning glory of Kestimpum the Tiny until it collapsed under its staggering weight and unorthodox design.
Seven-sided pyramids! Bah! My pyramids had so many sides, they were practically cones! Whoever designed this display should be flogged. Our slaves would never be allowed to wear sandals.
If you're going to putrefy and decompose, might as well do it in style.
You're telling me that's the Buckingham Imperial model with the optional scorpion proofing.
Hey, it's me. Give or take 4,000 years and a decent tailor.
More like 4,000 sit-ups.
Ooh, pointy and dangerous. Two of my favorite things.
Why does this simple device fill me with such a feeling of unspeakable dread?
I think that's just Max's body having a tingle of anticipation. It does that when it sees exotic weaponry.
Ah,
Ancient Egyptian brain screw.
in my day we called it the Divine Brain Swirly.
Ah, the Sphinx.
Have you heard its famous riddle? It'll knock your sandals off. It's all about, well, there's a cucumber, and then... no, wait. Let me start over.
Don't bother, Your Highness. Really. Although the Hindenburg met its fiery demise in 1937, its sister ship, the Aeroschwein, is still in operation today.